Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hi, I'm Debbie Millman, and I host a podcast called Design Matters from the TED Audio Collective. Every episode, I have conversations with designers, writers, artists, and other luminaries of contemporary thought. People like Roman Mars, Ai Weiwei, Ethan Hawke, and Ashley Ford. We not only talk about their crafts, but how they design the arc of their lives, what they've learned, what obstacles they've overcome and how they've done it, and how they see the world. Join us for an inquiry into the broader world of creative culture. Find and follow Design Matters with Debbie Millman wherever you're listening to this.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Oh, hot, 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 hot! Hot, 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 hot!
Hot Topic. Hello and welcome to the Hot Topic.
Hot, spicy. Oh, too hot, too spicy.
I'm Jordan James, and I'm here with Simon Scott.
Hello.
And we're doing serious voices because we are newsreader people.
Yes. You lost me at the newsreader people, I'm afraid.
Well,
what
can I say? I've got amazing vocabulary.
Blame the auto cue.
Yeah, just
blame the auto. Don't put it on the auto cue. He will read it.
So we did a very long episode last week, and then that bled into the hot topic, which we had to put to the side to finish off the very long episode we did last week.
I'm still tired.
So tired. About men's mental health and the lack of positive role models and the annoying draw of the Manosphere and the red pill arseholes. We finished by saying, what can we do? What do we need to do? And our conclusion was we need more positive male role models in these young men's lives. Especially the neurodivergent people who are super easily influenced. A lot of us very, very easily influenced. And along comes Superman to ironically save the fucking day. And this Superman movie has done more than entertain. I think it's inspired.
Oh, and to be honest, dude, for me personally, it did a little bit of healing. Like, this film is fucking brilliant, mate.
So much fun.
Like, oh my God, like, I have been... Oh, Superman is one of my favorite heroes, man. Like, what an inspiring person, kind, you know. And I remember watching the trailer, and I liked the Man of Steel film. I liked the Zack Snyder film with Henry Cavill, but it didn't feel like Superman, right? And I remember watching the trailer, and Lois Lane's going, why did you? And he was like, people are going to die. That is my Superman. And the colors and just, if I felt like I've stepped into a comic book and that little part of my inner child's gone, maybe we'll read comic books again. Maybe we'll find that escapism. Maybe we'll find a bit of hope in our heroes again.
I like the dog.
And I love the dog, but you know,
I'm just like, there's a dog. I love the dog.
There's so much about what James Gunn has done with this Superman. Not only has he made Lex Luthor the hater of the year, my God, the performance and like the sort of writing of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, but David Cornsweet's Superman, and by extent, like Mr. Terrific and even like Crypto, what James Gunn has managed to do with this film is create a mantra. There is the quote of this film is, being kind is the new punk rock. And it feels like it in this world at the moment. Being kind, being conscious and courteous to other people and creating space and allowing people to be safe almost feels rebellious, right? It almost feels like going against the grain. We talk so much in our mental health episode about how so much in the world is just bombarding you with ego-driven, self-serving rhetoric, right? To have a film come out in this moment that is beautifully coloured and got like awe-inspiring music, and to give you the sort of idea of, if you look up, there will be somebody who will show you the way. Why did this film not come out a week before we recorded that episode rather than a week after it came out, man? Like, honestly, this film has filled me with so much hope of being kind is the new punk rock. And I'm going to be a punk rocker, and I'm going to try and be kind.
Well, I very rarely will go to the cinema twice to watch the same film nowadays, because I'm not normally that impressed with movies. I think the last time I saw a movie twice was actually, I saw it the second time with you, which was Alien Romulus.
Oh, yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, great film.
But yeah, I went and saw this. I went and saw Superman twice. I had the same emotions in every scene. I had exactly the same emotions as the first time I watched it. So that's how I knew that I wasn't just being blown away by the fact that it's a big cinema, IMAX, fun, laughy James Gunn stuff. It grabbed me, and it brought me into that world. And I just love this version of Superman as a person, like who he is as a person, how flawed he is as a person, and how human he is. And this is the whole idea of this is an alien who people are alienating, and they're hating on him because he's not from here.
They're scared of him.
They're scared of him because he's not from here, even if his intentions are good, even though if he proves everything is good, he's an unknown commodity. So everyone is, Lex Luthor is driving that fear against him, when the real person to be afraid of is Lex Luthor. And I couldn't think of a more relevant comparison to Andrew Tate and the Manosphere of Andrew Tate saying, they all hate you, they're all bad, they're all terrible, you come over here, I'm the good guy, I'm the good guy. No, Andrew Tate, you fucking asshole, you are Lex Luthor. You are the problem. You are the evil in the world. And there are supermen out there, super people out there, who are fighting against the injustice of the extreme right, the extreme hate. And it did in a world that seems so angry. Even the left, right, everyone seems so fucking angry all the time.
Oh, everyone's just at war with whatever they can think of right now. Yeah.
And I'm just like, just fucking be happy. Jesus. We just did an episode on the circle of control, and it's you have control. You get to decide what you watch on YouTube, or what you listen to, or what you read. You have control over that. So I have this thing where every now and again, if I feel like the content on, let's just say YouTube, the content on YouTube that it's feeding me through the algorithm, that I start spotting things, I'm like, no. This is harmful. This is aggressive. And again, I'm saying left-wing stuff, right-wing stuff. It's not political, is in side political. It's just anything that I don't have control over that is upsetting me. I actually wipe the history, which you can do. And I thoroughly suggest that everyone does this. Wipe the history of your YouTube, wipe the history of what you're watching, what you're listening to, and just start again and actively go looking for positive things. And Superman, in my eyes, is one of those positive things. And weirdly, I don't know if you heard this, the criticisms I heard, which by the way has nothing to do with anything, I've just wanted to point out the criticisms, was that the James Gunn can't be serious. He can't actually have a serious moment in a movie without breaking it with comedy. If you've heard that, that's a fucking lie. I will absolutely agree that he did that in some of the Guardian movies, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but he does not do that in this. There are some very, very deep, serious moments that I had a tear in my eye that weren't broken at all by any sort of humor. In fact, it let it play out, and it was beautiful. And also, there's a dog. So.
Well, one of the things that I love about this film is Superman is a character who steps into the light, and he's meant to bring humanity with him. And you mentioned it. There's a dog in this film. James Gunn, the director, writer of this film, he's also the head of DCU, or the DC studios in general. So a lot more of the films that he's making are going to be in this sort of ilk, which I'm super excited for. I've always loved the DC characters more so than the Marvel characters. So now seeing them being done right on cinema is really exciting for me. But there's a sort of scene in this film, very serious sort of scene, and he's even talking about this dog, and and Superman's like, yeah, he's not even a good dog, but he's out there and he's scared. And he just has this sort of, he's just pure, isn't it? It's like this sort of really kind, wonderful sort of role model that, I've seen so many people online feel like this Superman is a role model, where I've seen reels or tweets of people going, this is a man that gives me hope. And he was raised by a man who's not afraid to cry and is not afraid to show his weakness. And he even says to his son, he went, it's not your words that make you who you are, it's your actions. And I couldn't be more proud of you. This so feeds into everything we've been saying.
And if you don't like spoilers, we can just beep that out.
It'll been out like 2 weeks now. But
serves you right for not watching it.
Go and see it. I saw it twice in 2 days. But, I feel like we're in a really sort of exciting time. The Fantastic Four will have been out by the time that you listen to this. I have seen that film, and that film gave me a lot of hope as well. I feel like we're now sort of entering this sort of phase, and you were talking about it in the mental health episode about like the 90s, right? And every film in like the early 2000s was dark and grey and gritty, and it was like the dark version of a character. And I'm really glad that we're now seeing these beautifully colourful, like poppy, silly films. And so many people, like all the negative reviews that I've seen of Superman online, are people going like, they made Superman woke. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, this film's going to be fucking brilliant. This is going to be great.
Superman was always woke. In the term of woke means awakened to the issues, understanding of differences. I just love the way that people use woke as a terminology as in a negative. And I'm like, how does that even make sense when it was designed as a positive? You are woke, as in you understanding things from other people's perspectives. You are understanding issues. You are awakened to the world and the problems that are in it. You know things. You want to know things. And I'm like, at what point is any of what I just said a negative? You absolute right-wing bellends.
But also as well, to add to this, looking at it from the alternative neurotype lens, so many people's special interests are Superman, right? Like the DC comics, and like so many of our people are really heavily invested in this world, because I'm an autistic ADHD person, and I freaking love DC comics and have done for such a long time. And I think it's so great that this film has hit, because it's now going to open up a really hopeful character as a special interest to neurodivergent people who haven't really interacted with Superman before. If I think of like an 9-year-old watching this film, they're going to feel so much like they're just like such a positive energy that I came away from this film and it made me want to do good things. And not many films I've seen in a long time have made me leave the cinema and go, I want to be a better person. I want to be a kinder person. I want to be my version of Super. You know, I've left a lot of films and I've kind of been thinking about the next one because of how the sort of cinematic worlds build. So I'm really excited that this could be the potential of how comic book films are going to be made, because I think so many autistic people are going to love this film and love this Superman. And I really hope it does become people's special interest and they read more about this character, because in material, in literature, I can't think of a better role model for a young person than Superman. I really can't.
Yeah, Superman and Aragorn. I mean, I literally think he's like he is like this particular Superman is like Aragorn, who we were talking about in our episode. You know, of this positive, you know, very masculine in the way that, you know, he is super strong. He is he has a lot of power, but he's also fragile and vulnerable and not afraid to show his vulnerability. He's not afraid to show his weakness, because he finds strength in his weakness. You know, weakness makes us stronger because we can build on weakness. And it's just so beautiful that every action he takes is towards helping others. Like, he's so selfless. And that it really does remind me of Aragorn, this like really manly man who is, you know, sensitive, but that's what also makes him a man. It's not like, oh, that's the woman side of him. No, that's also a manly side of him, that he's compassionate and cares for others. Because I've spoken about this so many times. That's what we are evolved to do, is to look after others.
I think as well, one of the things that I really like about this film, with the choice of having Lex Luthor as, you know, Superman's main rival in the film, is he's a tech billionaire that is just, people are just goddamn collateral damage, and he's ego driven, and it's explaining all of the things that we discussed last week that people are aspiring to. And I love how this film has this example of David Cornsweet's Superman and Clark Kent as well. And it so reminds me of the Christopher Reeves films. But in the same frame, you've got Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, and he's dastardly. Like, he's one of the best villains I've seen on screen in a very long time. He, you know, there's no tragic backstory that gives him any sort of redeemable qualities or creates empathy for him. He's a villain, but he's also a tech billionaire who influences government and people and all of these sorts of things. And movies do entertain, but they also hold up a mirror to life at the moment. And I can't think of a better movie for today than this one right now. I'm so pleased that it's out there. I'm probably going to go and see it a third time. I won't lie to you. I've also just ordered Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman, which this film is loosely based off of. So I'm very excited to read that. I feel like I've got a special interest kickstarting again, Jordan. I feel my inner child, is it tingling?
First thing I thought was, I hope they bring out like a pop character set of Superman and Crypto, because that is so going on my shelf.
Yeah, and I'm really excited as well for this sort of world universe to bring in. Like, I know there's a Supergirl film coming next year. Like, Wonder Woman's going to be in this as well. But then you've got Batman further down the line. Like, I'm so excited to see this like collection of characters and the stories and the morals that they can bring to the world put to the big screen. I feel like we need them now more than ever.
I would just for shits and kicks, I would love James Gunn to go back to like the Adam West style of Batman.
Doing the little,
ciao.
I'm going to use my groove machine, man. Like Robin. Just having them like walking up the side of the wall, like.
Batman.
You know, you could sort of see it, man. Like I've seen a lot of James Gunn's films, and like I love him as a filmmaker. I mean, one of my favorite horror films is a film called Slither that he wrote and directed, which is a brilliant film. I didn't realize he also wrote the live action Scooby-Doo movies from the early 2000s.
They were good.
Yeah,
I
he
enjoyed
wrote those.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And also as well, if you're a music lover, I highly, highly recommend this. And one of the things I love about James Gunn is his use of music. That first Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack's just incredible.
So good.
If you're a music lover like me, as I know many of you listeners are, I have a great recommendation for our music special interest lovers. He has made a playlist on Spotify, and that's broken up by him having conversations. He's made songs, a list of songs that each character would listen to. And if you've loved the film, please go and listen to it. It's a beautiful curation of music. It's so creative. And I personally, just from interviews and conversations and how he works, truly believe that James Gunn is neurodivergent. So as a bit of our sort of culture, go and find that playlist on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your music, and just listen to some of the stuff that he's curated and his reasons for it. It's stunning bit of work.
So yeah, that's what we needed, and that's what we got, and we hopefully will get more positive male role models that can be looked up to by everyone, no matter what gender or sex you are. We just need positivity and good writing.
Yeah.
And that is the
Preach,
end
my friend.
of the hot topic.
Yes, and it was a hot one with super laser eyes. Thank you so much for listening. Super hot, the hot that can't be stopped.
And don't forget, there's a dog in it.
Oh, and there's a dog in it. So go and enjoy that. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to gush about the new Superman film. It's so great having a good role model on screens, especially after we were talking about the need for them. So, love you, bye. Nightly bye. We'll catch you on the Thursday episode next week.
Nightly bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Neurodivergent Experience. We hope today's episode sparks something for you, whether it's a new idea, a bit of validation, or just a moment of connection. Remember, new episodes are every week, so be sure to join us for the next one for more conversations and insights into the neurodivergent experience. If you've enjoyed this podcast, help us grow. You can do that by rating and reviewing this show. Your support makes a huge difference in helping us reach more people who could benefit from these conversations. You can connect with us on social media. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just search for the Neurodivergent Experience. Thank you again for listening. And until next time, take care of yourself. You're not alone in this journey.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hi, I'm Debbie Millman, and I host a podcast called Design Matters from the TED Audio Collective. Every episode, I have conversations with designers, writers, artists, and other luminaries of contemporary thought. People like Roman Mars, Ai Weiwei, Ethan Hawke, and Ashley Ford. We not only talk about their crafts, but how they design the arc of their lives, what they've learned, what obstacles they've overcome and how they've done it, and how they see the world. Join us for an inquiry into the broader world of creative culture. Find and follow Design Matters with Debbie Millman wherever you're listening to this.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.